Jim, who stood out to you?
Well, I think the obvious guy, and we've talked about him the last 2 Saturdays when we're doing broadcast, Paul, was Ronald Acuna of the Braves. I mean, he's only 19 years old. He's one of 2 players in the minors this year with 20 homers and 40 steals, jumped from high Class A to Triple A, and then led the Arizona Fall League and with 7 home runs. He was the MVP. This guy can do it all. And Paul, I mean, you did the game with me on Saturday. Even though he drove in 4 runs, it almost seemed like a disappointment because he didn't hit a home run or make a great catch in the outfield. It was just kind of like garden variety Ronald Acuna. But no, he's going to be a very special player. The interesting thing will be, we have a new front office in Atlanta, obviously, is how quick do they call him up from AAA. Because from a tools standpoint and the way he performed in the Arizona Fall League, he looked tremendous. His swing reminded me a lot of Bellinger, who we saw last year, and there's another guy who won the Rookie of the Year award right away. That just quick bat speed and easy loft, and the ball flies out of the park. I mean, that's what Bellinger was doing last fall.
Victor Robles is another one of those guys. There were a few of them sprinkled out throughout the league, top prospects in their respective organizations. What did you see from Victor Robles in these last 6 weeks out there in the Fall League?
Yeah, it's funny. I didn't get to see a lot of him because when I made my first trip out there, he wasn't out there yet because he was in the playoffs, and I did get to see him the final week of the season. The thing that stuck out to me watching the championship game on Saturday is just how quick he is. I mean, he was MVP of the Fall Stars game. I wasn't around for that. Very similar to Acuna tools-wise for me. I think he's a better hitter. Acuna's got more power. I think Robles is probably a little bit quicker. And just watching him in Saturday's game, it just seemed like he can accelerate from 0 to 60 in about 1 second. There's a guy who I think probably is ready for the big leagues. The difference between the Nationals and the Braves is the Nationals are definitely trying to win right now. The Braves are still kind of going through that rebuilding process.